Hey campers, how we doing? It's Tim. It is 5 after 9 in the PM, the 1st of January, Julian date number 1, 2012. And Steve did a live shave on Stickcam earlier. That was a bunch of fun. I apologize for having to jump out a little bit early, but the family was hungry and insisted upon me finishing dinner. So, I did. It was very good. I made a pork roast and some sauerkraut. It's a Pennsylvania Dutch thing. Eastern Europeans are big into sauerkraut. But, I don't know, it's just what we eat on New Year's. It's the way to start a good year. Doesn't always work. But when it does, it seems to work well. So I know I said I was going to use Spike until I was out of it, but since it is the first of the year, I figured I could veto. I had one veto, so I went on with Razor Rock. I just want a relaxing, easygoing shave, so we'll go Injector. It's got a Persona in there. I think it's got one shave on it. I mean, there's not even any build up on this blade yet, so it might have one shave on it. And we're going to use some old, well, this is basically my clone. I'll be using it as a clone today, Clubman and Razor Rock Aftershave Wax. So, without any further ado, or ado, if you really want to, you know, like, pronounce words properly. The Razor Rock lathers just unbelievably well. It makes such a good lather. Stuff is really phenomenal. I'm using the old Edwin Jagger today. I've told myself that it's okay, I could start using another brush now. I figured out how to use this one fairly well. But every day when it's time to shave, I'm pretty much still picking this one up. Some days I do want a little more scrub, so I will grab a different brush, but I'm gonna say I could pretty much live with this in a Berkeley and be happy forever. Since I have a proverbial truckload of lather, excuse me, and yeah, I have lots of it, and I really like the way this lather feels on my face. I am gonna go snowman thick. You don't ever really need to. A thin coat of lather, like if you've seen me do touch-ups where I reach in with my fingers and get a little lather, smear it around on some water on my face, and that's about all you need, really. Your face will tell you what you need. But this lather feels so good, I'm going with this. Also with the roast we had I threw some hot dogs in there. I just do it in a crock pot. Threw some hot dogs in there. Threw some, I'd simmered up some bratwurst. And then threw them in there for the last hour or so to kind of work some of the juices up and not pop. And I have to say, it turned out really well. I was not always a very large fan of sauerkraut. And it was really beginning to enjoy sauerkraut on hot dogs is what led me to start eating sauerkraut. But then, you know, I tried different family members' takes on making sauerkraut, and discovered I liked mine a little bit sweeter. So when I make mine, I drain the kraut real well, and And since I'm doing a crock pot, I take like 4 cans, because all I can get is canned around here. I can't get any good fresh homemade stuff, and let's be honest, I'm far too lazy to make it myself. So I drain it out of the cans, take 4 cans into my slow cooker, and then take apple cider and fill it up. So basically you've just covered, kind of covered your kraut. Then I take half a cup or so, whatever looks good, of the first brown sugar that I find. I don't really care if it's light or dark. Give that a, whoa, why they're hiding behind that ear. See if there's any over here. Nope, just on it. Take and swirl it around with a spoon, and then there's my towel. And then Christ, where was I? Oh, put your roast in there. I usually use a like loin roast. So I take and put it fat side down, salt and pepper the ever living crap out of the top of it, and put the temperature probe in it. Set it to 155 degrees and tell it to cook it on low until it hits 155, and walk away. I woke up this morning, cut the hot dogs. You just score a line down them so they don't split themselves. Throw them in there while it's just on the warm program, and just left it sit until it was dinner time. Then I had to, after I left the live shave, peeled and cut up some potatoes and made mashed potatoes. Alrighty, pass number 2. If you could tell, I'm in not much of a hurry today because I'm really enjoying this, and well, hell, I actually found something to talk about. Surprisingly, my roast, when I started last night, I put it on at like 2 a.m. or so, was about 30 degrees in the middle. It was still kind of frozen in the very center, and I had had it sitting in my fridge like a day and a half. So it wasn't completely thawed out yet. Wow, that was a lot. So, yeah, and it only took, surprisingly, it only took 3 hours or so, 4 hours, till the, I think I went to bed at like 5. Maybe it was about 1 when I started, if I'm honest. I don't know, it was after midnight. But it beeped a little bit before 5. I looked at my watch because I was surprised. Went out, readjusted the temperature probe, making sure I had it in the right spot. Sure enough. And then when I realized it was 5 o'clock, it was one of those, holy crap, I should go to bed moments. So I did. Had a very quiet evening in. By the time we got the kids settled down, it was already 10 and I didn't realize it. I'm sitting watching YouTube videos and Kelly says, "Hey, Happy New Year's, we missed it." She was watching movies and I was watching YouTube. So I didn't even know it was New Year's until about 10 after 12. Not a huge loss. I do like New Year's because I'm not really a Christmas guy, so I kind of celebrate New Year's in my own weird way. I'm just happy to have a chance to do better than last year and think about what I can do differently to improve. I'm not huge into resolutions. Although with my hip being all wonky, I haven't been able to work out much, so I really need to get back on my diet and start working out more, doing what I can. Even if I can't get my heart rate where I want it to be, I have to at least be more active. So hopefully I can shed another 25 pounds or so. And I go back to work on Tuesday. I may or may not do my videos in the afternoon. I may start shaving in the evening before I go to bed. And then posting them before I go to work. This injector does take a little more work to get where you want to go. Man alive, is it comfy. It is really a nice, comfy shave. And I don't mind doing a bit of buffing or taking an extra minute. Although really, if you do need a, well, unless you're Steve and you're a freak of nature, you can shave in about 4 minutes. If you really just want to do 2 passes and get out the door and look pretty good doing it as quick as you can, this is a pretty good way to go. You could try the slant, but really if you're not quite awake yet because you've overslept like an idiot, it's pretty hard to hurt yourself with one of these. And if your significant other isn't really comfortable with using a DE, get her an injector to try if she's interested in wet shaving. Because they're much, much, much easier to use. Well, I think, and my wife agrees. She doesn't use it, but I'm trying to fix that. She has used it, but she, as of now, doesn't. Alrighty, 3rd pass. Look at what I've still got left. So much lather. Alrighty, let's get cracking down the jaw. How are we doing here? Oh, I've been at this 14 minutes already. Or somewhere in that neighborhood. This clock doesn't tell you the elapsed time, it tells you what you have left. When I started it said 29 and change, it went down to 15. Very strange now that it's gone all quiet in here. Hurry, Tim, think. So before I started, while I was showering and cleaning my shower before that, I was listening to some Free on Spotify. I love Free. I'm a guitar guy. I don't know if you've probably haven't seen or noticed. There's a Fender t-shirt. I do play guitar poorly. Paul Kossoff was their guitarist. Just a beast. He was really, really great. And unfortunately passed away too young. So aspiring rock stars, even though you're not watching, drugs and alcohol, bad. Well, at least if you want to be a tool about it. You want to go out behind the rehearsal place and, you know, smoke a joint. I don't care. The hookers and blow. Well, I don't know if that was Cos's advice. I don't remember what it actually was. But, you know, hookers and blow is bad, okay? I did make a video yesterday. Oh, anyways, sorry. My point was that I'd almost much rather be listening to Free right now than talking. Stormtroopers live inside of YouTube servers. Would much prefer that I didn't. Oh, mackerel. This is such a weird patch. Well, we're not getting any closer than that, and I really don't want razor burn from an injector of all things. At least for this one, you should get an award if you do that. Again, this one's not going to win any awards for how close your shave is. Does a great job, but it's not, you know, if you're a slant and feather guy, or a new R41, not with anything in it really. This thing's not going to set your soul on fire, but it's really, really nice to use. Probably just nicked the corner of my mouth. I felt a little tug. All right. Now, if you're considering an injector, I'm not super well versed in them. Oh, yeah, I did get it. But I believe, if you're looking at the fixed geometry ones, i.e. non-adjustable, the E-type and G-type are the most aggressive of them, or the best shavers. I'm trying to remember. I've read a bunch about them. Now it's a matter of trying to unravel all of it. Damn. What a pain in the ass to get in there. Alright. See how we did. And that is still sticking up, as it will stay. Alright. That's pretty good. That'll do. go. That's a damn fine comfy shave. Mine is a spot which I don't even really feel now. That's what happens when a 2-year-old steals mommy's cup. That's quite good. Alright, let me give you a brush a swish around the sink, try and get most of the soap out of it. This thing is so bloomy. Now, anyway. A good shake. Boom! Love this brush. I really do. The old sink drain while I get some cold water going. Get this alum rinsed off. Feels great. I do love a cold water splash. I do hate wearing a shirt for it. It's the price you pay to make strangers happy. Alrighty. My friend Pino. You know, it's a good one when Clubman doesn't register. Where'd my... Oh, here it is. I already got it out. 4 minutes. Okay, talk faster, dummy. Bunch of, wax going here. Really, this stuff is like walking... If you've ever been to the Mediterranean, I could just picture, I've been to Sicily a little bit. I could just imagine walking through any place coniferous in the early fall after a rain shower, just barely downwind from a citrus grove. To me, that's what this is. It's beautifully earthy, little bit of citrus, bit of pine. It's really, it's a walk through the woods. It's phenomenal. And man, as an aftershave, it's wow, really great. F it. As I swipe the comb through one more time. Yeah. Whoa. Well, that almost meant the Arco went on the floor. Alrighty, back for a little more Clubman. Dab on the wrist. Splash for the chest too. Why not? Cool. Well, there we go. I hope your 012 goes well. Really though, I do hope 2012 is a good year for all of us. Don't get paranoid because the Mayans got tired of counting. And yeah, sorry for not posting yesterday's shave. Way too many interruptions and a big gap in the middle. So it ended up not being real enjoyable, and it was really annoying to watch because I was in and out of the bathroom. So my apologies there. Yeah. So like till tomorrow and stuff. We will see you guys later. Have a good evening, afternoon, morning, midday, whenever it is that you watch this. Take care.